Now, as you guys know, NVIDIA just released their next generation of graphics cards, and kind of the general reception was, damn, these cards cost a lot, and I don't know if they're really worth the money. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to put together a list of graphics cards that I think are worth the money and ones you should consider purchasing here in 2018. By the way, if you're wondering why you can't see my face, I had to re-record this. I did something wrong with the audio and it got all messed up. So for the sake of your ears, I am trying to fix that for you guys here. But now the first one here is one that's been mentioned a lot since the release of the RTX 2080. And that is the GTX 1080 Ti. And the reason people are talking about this card still is because it's only 5 to 8% slower than the RTX 2080, but it's also $100 cheaper. So it really doesn't make sense to jump to the new generation graphics card when the old one still performs perfectly well at a cheaper price. They're pretty much neck and neck, and it would be more of a side grade than anything else if you went from a 1080 Ti to an RTX 2080. Plus, you can make up that 5 to 8% difference in performance with an overclock to the 1080 Ti. So this is really the card that you guys should jump on if you're looking at the high-end level. It's gonna cost you about $700, which obviously isn't cheap, but it's better than $800. So yeah, that's why it's on the list. Now, in the enthusiast market, I'd recommend jumping on the GTX 1070 Ti. Sits right in between the 1070 and the 1080 performance-wise, and right now you can get one under MSRP at $410. It's not often we see cards under MSRP these days, so I'd consider it a good buy. Also, honorable mention will be the RX Vega 56, which is coming in at $400, which I think was supposed to be its release price. Yeah, for any reason you need an AMD card, or you're just an AMD fanboy, you can pick up one of these. These are just a slightly bit slower than the 1070 Ti, but $10 cheaper, so I guess that makes it okay. As far as the mainstream market goes, which I'm assuming most of you guys will be paying attention to this, you really have two options here, which is the RX 580 8GB card and the GTX 1060 6GB card. Now, these cards are pretty much neck and neck performance-wise, maybe with this slight edge going to the 1060, but they're close enough to where you would pretty much just buy whatever card is cheaper. And in this case, it's the RX 580 coming in at $220 for these cards. Now, you will notice some of them are on sale, but I think there is a power color one that is $220 right now versus the $250 for the NVIDIA cards, so it's a easy choice there. Go ahead and pick up the RX 580 and you should be in good hands. Now, in the entry-level segment, I'm not really happy with any of the prices, if I'm being honest with you. And you pretty much have three options here. You've got the GTX 1050 Ti, the GTX 1060 3GB card, and the RX 570 4GB model. Now, the 1050 Ti is going to come in at $170, which is okay for that card. $30 more will get you the RX 570, and that card blows the 1050 Ti out of the water. It is seriously going to be a noticeable difference jumping to the AMD card. The only problem with that is, if you guys remember, I just mentioned that the RX 580 is $220, so spending $200 here on the 570, I don't know if it makes a lot of sense. You might as well just get the 580. So yeah, and then the 1060 3GB card is like $220, and there's no reason to get that. So yeah, it's just kind of one of those things where you need to look at the market, kind of see what is available at the moment. You guys will notice here on the screen there is actually a 570 on sale for $170. For that price, it's a no-brainer. That's an instant cop. You should go ahead and grab one of those. Otherwise, though, just keep an eye on what the pricing is like. But yeah, 570 if you can, if the price is right. Otherwise, I don't know. You'll have to work that one out for yourself. But yeah, this is pretty much what I would recommend purchasing as far as graphics cards right now in 2018. I don't know if this is going to change in the future, if maybe the RTX 2070 is going to end up on the list. Based on what we know so far, I doubt it. Maybe the 2080 will be worth it at some point in time once prices drop. But yeah, this is just kind of, you know, my opinion, what I think you should be looking at if you're looking to purchase a graphics card today. Obviously, you can go to the used market to save a little bit more money, but if you don't want any greasy fingerprints on your fan shroud and you just want that brand new goodness, this is what I recommend purchasing. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Leave a like if you guys like this type of content. Subscribe if you've not already. And I will see you guys next time. This is about the 18th time recording this, so I'm out of here. See you.